We're in for quite a significant day of cross-channel operations as far as border force and other maritime assets are concerned in trying to deal with these small boats coming across from France. Sources have suggested to us that at least 1,000 may attempt to kick off from the beaches of northwestern France to make it across the channel. And the reason why we're expecting such a surge today is really that because the last couple of months, the winter storms have prevented all but a few days really of being accessible for these criminal gangs to try and push these inflatables out into the channel. You've got any kind of wind and tide conditions that are adverse in the channel, it makes it pretty impassable for these tiny inflatables. So they need pretty much flat calm. That's what they've got today. The weather started dying down overnight. We got the first vessel coming in the hours of darkness and picked up by the Border Force vessel Volunteer. They were landed here just after midnight. Volunteer went back out again into the channel, picked up another 2 small migrant boats and took again just under 90 people from that particular interception. They were taken again back to Dover, and since then, just in the last half hour, the Border Force vessel Typhoon has arrived here with another 40 plus people. Several more boats have been sighted in the English Channel as we speak. Another Border Force vessel, Defender, we understand, is about to pick up their latest batch of migrants. Now, this activity we're expecting to continue throughout today as these criminal gangs take advantage of a weather window that will close in again later today, and it's expected to remain pretty horrific out there in the channel until at least the weekend. So not many avenues for them to get across, but when the weather does subside, they're certainly taking advantage of it.
So what sort of pressure, Mark, does that put on border forces? I mean, you're there, you're surveying the scene around you there. Are these people out in force? I mean, are they doubling their numbers? Are they doing anything? I suppose there's nothing much they can do once these migrants land. They've got to process them, haven't they?
Yeah, I mean, they are out there in significant numbers, Eamon. They have been helped by the fact that we've had a couple of months of really bad weather conditions, so they've not been as overworked as they were towards the back end of last year and in the summer, of course, where we were getting very significant numbers arriving day after day after day, and that put a tremendous strain on the resources that they had available. You'll remember, of course, that last year almost 46,000 people crossed the English Channel in small boats. Now, the contingency planners at the Home Office are quietly planning for potentially double that number, but it's all going to be dependent again on the weather. They were planning for 60,000 last year, but the weather towards the back end of the year meant that that number came in short of 60,000. Certainly, no one wants bad weather as such, but it would help take the pressure of Rishi Sunak, who's under tremendous pressure to get to grips with the small boats crisis. He's promised to do all he can to try to stop these boats coming across, and to that end, in just a couple of days' time, Border Force will take over channel operations again under a new combined small boats operational command, taking Border Force, the National Crime Agency and the military all under one umbrella.